Sweet. Gee, sweet dreams, everyone. I don't really know this one, but it was made by someone who was once a really big YouTuber in the German scene. Jeez, my voice is just... Sorry about that. Anyways, let's just get right into it.
September 2nd, 2453. Almost a full year of simulations with no tangible results. I'm continuing to do small tweaks to the process, but without deeper understanding of the underlying system. I wish we could contact the professor, but communications are still disrupted. She would know what to do. She is responsible for this whole situation after all. At least my quarantine thread seems to be holding up. It seems like preparations for the next sample loop are complete. Our next case is a scout, Hana, who's been showing signs of minimal control over the program. I'm, well, not getting my hopes up anymore, but... Anyway, commencing sample loop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. That's where it is. Okay. Okay, double jump. It's similar feel to like old Sonic games, I think. At least more so than other 3D platformers out there. I wonder if we'll get more stuff. Like these controls hardware on here. See, we have a counter for resets, which is not a good sign. I of course did not play the tutorial because, you know, we consider that cheating on here. And you have still idea what I'm doing. Getting paper frames, I guess. I wish I could do origami. I'm so bad with like hand coordination. I tried, yeah? I can comic book when I was younger, but don't think I make that. I'm the kid that always struggled with folding my paper in half or completely even way back in the school days. Okay, that's a normal movement option. Pretty complicated too. Probably not. I'm probably just bad. I don't think for like making different kinds of paper airplanes. It's wild what kind of aerodynamics you can get with just paper. Why are these slime cats evil? Well, first level done. I'm goated. I'm a natural. Also seems to be really encouraging the player to go for speed, which will not end up well. I am not good at thinking, especially not if it's supposed to be fast. Enemies seem to be Japanese inspired too. The person that made this game used to stream a lot of, or play a lot of trashy RPG Maker games. which is where I got a lot of my love for that kind of concept from. I love bad video games. They can be so funny. It's not to say this... Okay, no, this video game actually sucks. I am not taking that. Horrible video game, GG guy. But yeah. There's so many trashy German language RPG Maker games out there. It's a whole different universe. Some of them have like 5 billion titles. The most derivative are somehow still badly executed stories. Let's say that you can think of, but you probably couldn't even think of them. It was advertised as a linear platformer. Don't know how linear this is though. Guess it's more like, well, old Sonic 2D games, in that you can go everywhere and there's 5 billion different paths, but they all lead to the same thing and you're just supposed to gotta go fast. These things are checkpoints over there, so... Over here. Enemies. I don't think we get anything out of eating enemies. At least I didn't notice anything. I wonder what other worlds are gonna be. I think there's like 8 different worlds here. Move slow? Why would I ever want to do that? Just move fast and also get good. I am obviously failing at, which I will blame the camera on, because every 3D platformer is obligated to have bad camera controls. Or well, not bad camera controls so much, just the camera doesn't act the way you would want it to automatically. That's why in real life we have eyes, you know? Having a 3D camera really sucks. They would bump into walls all the time. I also do with my eyes. I'm seeing so many walls so often. That's a lot of shrine doors. I know Japan has like a lot of local beliefs and gods and whatever. I think that's a bit much even for them. That is not gonna be an S-rank. Yeah, close enough. Oh, that was already the first. Oh. Welcome, Doctor. Oh, every stage, every level has every stage has 2 acts. Track stories, which I've not really seen ever. I think I might have talked about this before, but it's really interesting to me how the West and Japan have completely different concepts of what the story structure is even supposed to look like. Like in the West, it's like you've got the 3-act or Fox is please, don't bullshit me. In the West, you've got the 3-act or 5-act structure, you know, with the introduction, rising tension, and ending. In Japan, they have the 4-act structure. I've read there's a book by Araki, the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and some other things, that where he goes into detail on what he thinks you should do to write a good manga story. What? Okay, that's a thing now. And there I learned that Japan has like a 4-act structure, That was really interesting. Just like establishment, rising, then a twist, and then the resolution. See, I told you Fox would win. Not a Sonic game after all. I'm already getting lost in these levels. How am I supposed to... Oh god. Where am I? What am I? What am I? How doing? Why? Even if then perhaps? Artemis. That's where we came from. The jumping feels like different, but like just slightly. At least the noises are funny. I'm happy that I'm collecting more paper frames. But I am not happy. I am perishing. It's what I deserve. So close in front of the goal too. That's frustrating. Yeah, well. Kind of it all. It's during the summer, yeah, that's when most people go to the beach, I imagine. I'm not much of a going to the beach person. Might this year if some friends drive me to it. Usually I just sit at home. I can't stand warm temperatures, to be honest. Horrible. Like cold temperatures suck too, don't get me wrong. When it's way too hot, you can't dress fully heat, you know? There's only so many layers you can take off before it becomes illegal. So many layers you can take fair enough before it becomes horrible looking. Depending on how you look at first, given how I don't know, I just really don't like summer, as you can see. That was all the demonstration to show you that summer is bad and evil and my nemesis. Well, now I live in a region where the summer, at least the one summer I've had, hasn't been too bad. Like I haven't had temperatures in the 40 C plus area, which I had before when I was also when my apartment was also right on the last level of that, the big house, and you know heat travels upwards, so it was pure horror to exist in there during summer. But also, since it was so high up, you had to walk like 4 levels every time if you went outside. So you were sweaty no matter what. And no stamina too, which just makes it even worse. But yeah, that was horror. Now I live in a ground level apartment, thankfully. And as I said, in a colder region. So hopefully next summer is just gonna be chill. It's not gonna be chill in my life. But hope dies last, as we say. I'm set up for bubbles. They just want you to die. Probably. Hard to approach distances, so we don't have a head visible of each other. Didn't notice that was a thing. Totally, we're up here now. Yeah, I don't think register that that was a movement bubble. Can be real. Okay, we're spelling something out with the letters. It's only H, isn't it? Yeah, H-A. It's fine. That just fell down here. I hit boxes of those bounty balls are not in my favor. When I read the Steam page correctly, these are dream worlds. You know, no continuity error in everything, trying to make sure we die. Just gotta get as many trains as we can on our way. That's what we train about, collecting paper trains. My dream's usually way worse platforming mechanics. I can't shut this at all. Okay, that's mean. The color is really similar to color of the old background in the water. Everything is really neat. Maybe just obstacles that exist. Don't even do anything. I wonder what green thing with us is. The nod at the end. Do we even watch that one? What's the next stage? Ooh, I'm missing part. Let's see. Family. Family. It's all about family. We hasn't been with the family and the rock band. One with the cars. Plus 10-year seatbelts. I don't even remember the name of that sequel, but not the name of the series. I'm blanking right now. Which is exactly what I'm looking for. I activated my brain for 2 seconds. No one would watch this, as if anyone did. Fast and Furious, that's the one. It's Fast 10 year sequence. 10 part of what? Fast and Furious. Yeah, that mechanic's new. Interesting. Thankfully the game hasn't been too mean yet. I mean, every death has been, of course, because of bad game design, but other than that, it hasn't been too mean for me. Okay, didn't know there could be enemies up here. That's good to know. Thanks for telling me. We are adding mechanics quickly now though. The speed pedals and the water slides. Got it? Okay, I can. That's right. And it does have an effect. Okay. This is multiple things to put. Okay, here you can see the Sonic inspiration in all of this. That should have ended in me. Let's be real. Oh, must be so fun. Didn't get any of the letters this time. Yeah. No. No. What? Why did it do that? I control it? Briefly disconnect there? It didn't make me lose anything, so it should be fine. It's a game you could probably also finish in one sitting without bigger problems. Unless I keep screwing up. Anything here? Just bait for people like me. Hello, person in chat. I think the chat window is probably gonna overlap with the game's score system. Got my OBS too small to fully see that and figure it out. This game also is very colorful. It's putting anything on the overlay difficult. Okay, let's see. I hope my controller doesn't randomly decide to end itself again. Make volume a bit low. Okay. Should be a bit higher now, I hope. Well, I should probably talk then. That's how microphones work. I'm very smart. The game is also a bit loud, but it also has decent sound settings from the beginning of the master volume, not set to 100%. So I assumed it would just be fine. A bit finicky at times. What was I complaining about before? Something fighting, funny, RPG, something. I'm lucky that I don't have to actually drive the train because my train of thought is already dead. Okay, yeah, this is... You can't tell me this wasn't made by a Sonic fan. I mean, I know it was made by a Sonic fan because I know the person who made it. But still. I'm not from the US. I'm from Germany. Horrible place, I know. That's why I can stream at times that I think kill you instantly if you're American. I know all the Americans while we stream it. Okay, that's just turn your control off at this scene, so that's meant to be like that. Why? It's a weird decision to make. I shouldn't have reset there, but dying twice is too much. Why do I even care about the score? I shouldn't. I'm using the Vtuber streamer excuse of I just want to showcase the game and to hide that I am bad at video games. Water slide, I think. Really need a bit of time on that. Something I really don't have. Oh yeah, lots of Americans that originally came from Germany. But a bunch of exit waves. I think when it was like around the time of World War I, America was actually debating if German should also become an official language, and then that thing happened, and discussion got never brought up again. Just fair, to be honest, no one should be made to learn the German language. Actual torture program. English has the advantage that it's relatively easy to learn. I think if we still had like French as a lingua franca, the internet would be unusable. Not that the internet is usable, to be honest. At least it's not Latin. Okay, game, that's me. That's just me. You can't put a launch pad every time and then just not put it there and assume I would have eyes and the ability to use them. You know I don't have those. I am just a box creature. Game hasn't really explained what we're doing at any point. Okay, so I have to jump manually every time. I'm noting that down in my phone. Only German language on Ramstein. That's very fair. It's not like German does a lot nowadays. Yeah, the band, I know. What's your favorite? I like a bunch of their songs, even though they've of course had some controversy like a year or so ago. But that doesn't mean the music is bad. Yeah, my mom's a Rammstein fan too, which was really wild. It's not a band parents should be allowed to even know. Okay, the game's starting to demand I pay attention to 50 things at once. Which, once more, quite me. The speed with every 5 seconds, and we're doing the loop-de-loop. It's not even a loop-de-loop, come on. You can't just put me in the first cutscene and not have it be a loop-de-loop. That is not how physics work. However, circling your tail and thereby flying is, of course, how it works. Solid B. Yeah, good enough. Album-Mutter. Don't really know them by album, but the song Mutter itself is good. Oh god, I meant to pay attention to rhythm. So we're gonna spend the next 50 hours on this stage. I do not have a feeling for stuff like this. As you can tell by me doing exactly the wrong thing. Although the music is kind of funky. And they've added spikes to the mix. Enemies are still the same as ever though. I am not meant for stuff like this. I already don't play rhythm games because I don't want to get embarrassed. Sorry if I'm talking a bit less, but this game is very hectic and it's trying to make me use my brain. All things no one really likes. This world isn't too much. H. Okay, the water bottles are just there to move you to a place that you want to know. That's good. One of the elements of previous stages will still be here. Oh god. Did you hurt me and why? What did I ever do to you? No, at least in the Mario games where they have the mechanics. You have the grace to let you control the platforms yourself by jumping. They have the musical box too, I know. But facts are less important than complaining. Why are we being rolled into cookies? Who makes fox cookies? I don't even think they're edible. Well, everything's edible. Probably not taste the best though. I hate you immune to spikes. They're literally just umbrellas that were left for 100 years or so. I could read up more into yokai, to be honest. I love fantasy, well, not fantasy, you know, religious and so creatures. You know, there's an entire, like, category of ghost whales in Icelandic folklore. Like, 20 variations of just a whale that really wants to kill you. So funny what people come up with. Not fun. Fun is the wrong word. Interesting. I mean, when I burned my double jump for nothing, I too am a funny thing people came up with. Instinct is to do everything wrong, so I just need to act contrary to my instincts every time. Sure, that's sustainable and good. The game has taught me how to move slowly, but I have of course denied that lesson. Maybe you permanent dislike. None of your brothers are like that. I should have jumped on the strawberries, shouldn't I? The more you know. It looks so much like chess decoration. Okay, yeah, that worked, because that was excellent gameplay, of course. That gave me an achievement for Bonk. Okay, the music is way faster around here. Which means you can also just screw up because a new platform's gonna be there. This stage is making me hungry. All I have are salty snacks. Excuse me, game, what do you want from me? Okay, that. Level design is getting a bit more Mario. First stage was really Sonic. Now I feel like we've moved on to a bit of Mario. A little too high in the difficulty ceiling to be Mario, if we're being honest. Mario players can't process stimuli at this speed. I know because I am one. And I'm struggling. The rhythm being shown on screen as well though is really good. Like if you were to play without sound, still play the stage. Never punished. Oh, that's the abyss. Shouldn't be made in there. My brain is getting fried by all of these colors. It could never be like anything. Why is there a checkpoint right in front of the goal? Probably for optional stuff. Okay, stage 4 done. That's the halfway point of the game. Really is a quick one. Forest Melancholy. That is not as many colors, but also a lot of sizzling. A pretty deep texture. Statically. Was gonna be something like this. So much for melancholy. Very melancholically just strolling yourself through the forest. Waste? Oh, that's why the game is teaching me to attack. Bet those are going to be useful in a second. Maybe it would have been fine to just have the enemy right next to it so you'd figure it out on your own. But if there's such a hint there, it probably came about me previously. Oh, it activates those things. Okay. Yep. Switch it. Now it makes sense. I like that it kept my momentum even though I lost all of it. Oh yeah, those things are switched. I literally just noticed that. You really need to pay attention to everything, yeah. Okay, so I should be able to do this. first saw it and thought it was something like, oh, by standing on top of it, you can launch yourself up high. No, the game really just wants you to activate the lead thing. The rail system, let's be honest, just rail system. And there we have the camera. Let's couch how far we are in the level by looking at how many frames are left. It shows us that yes, I did miss everything once again. The stand is so funny. Forest, Malak. Music? Hello? Well, there's 3 things I have to do. And 3 different paths I can choose. Might be a connection between those. Don't know. I am not a video game. Allegedly. Hope whatever we're doing is gonna bring the music back. Last time it was synced all around sound and now we just have nothingness. I would hum music myself, but we'd get copyright claimed in like 5 milliseconds. Copyright claim? Copyright... yeah, claim, that's right. Just the walking noises. So awkward. So, come here often? Please, game. Some music. Anything. You know, there's many punishment systems in video games, but I haven't yet previously played one that punishes you with like awkward silence. Okay, I've freed part of the music. And we've got just like the second. Okay. I see what this thing wants from me. Just the drum part. Oh, it's better than nothing, I guess. Imagine a game where every time you die it doesn't like detract lives or anything, it just like removes a single instrument from the music. And the worse you play, eventually you're just forced to sit there in complete silence. Kinda like we are now. Punishment for me playing video games. I mean, that's a cool level idea, but music is a huge draw in games. I don't think it's the smartest idea to just go to where memes, so now you get no music. Next level. should be the second music track reactivated. Almost back to normal. Not that I didn't have yet. It's probably easy to do for a video game too. And that you probably at least have the files with all different instruments set up. And not the files with the music tracked. Still not convinced that this is a great idea for a while. Just because awkward silence is so awkward. Also, why is music so in dewdrops? Who captured the music? Why did they do this? And almost that well. That's all those 3 music things. Should be, yeah, probably. We're rising out of the forest. Nothing is above. It is more forest. It's all forest all the way up and down. There was never anything else. No misremembering. I don't know. Looks a bit barren from up here. Our world was so full of details. Oh, we can see the moon right there. Which I'm pretty sure is our goal eventually. We have managed to spell a 4-letter word. That was previously thought impossible. Remember to hydrate? Or something better than Coca-Cola I'm using? Stage 5 done. Wonders. Another one. Mountain. Tiny feet. It wants to be speedy, I think, giving complete camera control to the player is a bit of a hindrance in that. Which sounds weird at first, but you see what I mean. Turning around always costs momentum. Let's just jump into their doom. Did the meat just jump into the doom? Maybe me and the umbrellas are one and the same. No, I can't protect anyone from rain. I have two eyes, not one single. Everyone else might be something. Really, except for dying a painful death, I don't think I share any traits with the umbrella. Yes, really, sure is windy. Where we were at Sonic gameplay. I wonder if flying things are also meant to be something specific. I don't recognize them. Umbrellas are a really common video game Japan thing. This game is obviously set in contemporary Japan, so I have never gone because you always gotta use your double jump. But I want to use mine only for special occasions. When I get jump scared by the door after I ordered something and have been in active waiting mode for something to arrive at the door. Only for my brain to go, ah, what is that noise? Rip umbrella. That's a lot of paper planes in one spot. You give up on putting them along a path. Your boss tells you you can only go home with all the paper planes during the level. Yeah, it's just about that. No reason to antagonize everything. Just most of it. And that's the first one of world 6. Solid B. At least the radio grinding has a mechanic. Not like modern Sonic games where it's just like, hey, exists the rail. This is not a game. A stream of Sonic, I think the only is Sonic. It's so fun, such a good activity. Okay, no one. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to go. Usage as always kept that in mind. Sure, if you've got the letters in like every stage, you're not an extra. We won't be that. We will get nothing. You're not 100%ing an action 3D platformer. Especially not on stream. That sounds like a nightmare. You can really look on and see how much I failed. Which is the joy, to be honest. It's not my joy, so of course. You know, when your finger drifts further up on the stick the longer you are in a platforming sequence, and then it sucks because you're gonna lose your brain. Because that's what happened right there. And you can't just do that to someone. Apparently that was an option of laugh again. Whatever. Okay, thought that was a bigger platform. Perspective is also another thing when you can really get lost. Especially if you're me. Okay, that's where I'm supposed to go. I see now. Linear platform. I would be complaining if there wasn't any variety. But like this, I'm complaining too. I'm a gamer. It's mandatory. Look at this trash evil game with this Isaac or whatever the copy caster was. Hate rails because it's always because you have to be so quick to hit the exact right spot. It's like pixel. Yes, I know people sometimes like pixel precise jumps, but that tends to be in 2D platformers. 3D platformers, they just don't allow for that fine level of control. Our grade's getting worse and worse. I feel like the Navy's run out of Tanuki woman trying to reach the moon school. More jumping from rail to rail. Skill. Where is any skill being needed? Yep, that one exactly as planned and as I intended. Please let me get to the checkpoint so I don't have to do more rails. We're jumping on colorblind Rubik's cubes. Oh my god, it's the guy. Get me out of here. Let me leave. We don't talk about that one. We talk about going to the moon. 3 stages. Not just the moon, it's space. No space gravity though. I didn't expect this to also be a continuous speed up path. Sure, that works. Trying to teach me how to triple jump. Oh god, that means I'm gonna need it from now on. Sometimes you'll have a mechanic in a game that you don't ever really need. That's just a nice little extra to do more epic battles. Although it's pretty rare to have something like that. I think in Super Metroid the wall jump is never actually demanded of you. Yep, that's how you do this jump. It's not a good turn to do. I guess Japanese cheese? I don't think Japan has cheese, really. I think they eat a lot of cheese there. Most Asian countries do. Plus, high levels of lactose intolerance too. Not every country can be like the USA and the caves full of cheese. Okay, there was a hole in between those. Of course. No, I'm never gonna get reset those who are falling. I think it's more honest to wait until I die completely. So we can just sit and wait and stare at each other. These rails are bigger. Slightly bigger. Did I activate the checkpoint there? I don't know if I did. Didn't get to see you really. It will be fine. Just don't die, you know? Oh, that's Earth. It's been there before. Decent planet. Could be better. Okay, these are not speed up pets, they just carry the speed up the pet. Good to know. Okay, that's the first moon. Honestly, after last time, I'll take a B. Ooh, sorry. The moon is evil? Moon's haunted? Moon's haunted. Moon's haunted. We were warned about this. So now we're just gonna storm it, apparently. There are no cranes in this stage. Means I can't get a bad grade on those. Okay. I was very confused there. Okay, it's just trying to reach the evil moon that just cast the domain expansion. this time I noticed. Get me close up there. Where did we get the giant tree and up to the moon? How did we get the giant tree and up to the moon? Why did we get the giant tree and up to the moon? That's malicious. That's not nice. So, what is the circle going to do? Are we going to fight the moon? Come on. Come on. Come on. Be nice to me. Now I'm committed. Now I want to see where this ends. Nice Sandra H stage. It'll just be a bonus then. Not that we'll ever see it, because I'm just going to be stuck on this one jump for the rest of eternity. I'm supposed to stand on the mushroom action. Can my brain process this also violent in the air? The answer may surprise me. I am not supposed to stand on. At least it doesn't take that long, it just feels long. And go back to music. And go back to eating. Gotta get all the greatest hits of the levels I made. Boom. Get me out of here. And limp. Tower defense. Good game that I've played way too much. I'm still very bad at it. I don't think it would make that good of a streaming game, no, at least not on my own. I'm just one of those games that can be fun if you could have someone to just react with. I don't think it's the best when you're just on your own. Who brought the umbrellas to the moon? To the moon's domain expansion? Okay, not much more to go. Not many more level mechanics we can revisit. Moving the camera. I'm dying because we didn't move the camera now. Why is that Tanuki smiling? She shouldn't smile. Who allowed her? What would the moon's Jujutsu technique be? I don't know what the sure head is that we have to put down. in the end was white. Oh god, we're in the blender dimension. Me when I attempt to apply textures. 0 out of 6 notes. Yes, I have collected nothing. Thanks for noticing, video game. I too noticed that I have a skill issue. Maybe I shouldn't have broken it. It had it coming, apparently. When you have to save the world, but you're just so easy. Different characters? What? Not a fault. You just start by. Okay, so every level is optimized to be played with at least 3 different characters. I'm not gonna play through the entire game again, but I'm gonna play with this one. This game was... I don't know what I fully think of it. Platforming is really fun though, that's the main point. I can recommend it, especially if it's on sale. No idea what the story is trying to tell me, except we are in dreams and we have to destroy the moon because we are through and the minions are gone or something. Sure, there's a lot more story to this if we go into detail, but can't do get all the names and everything. I won't be able to do that. I'm not good at video games. Especially when random games do things. So we're not gonna uncover the secrets of this game. Of course you can just play it for yourself if you really want to find out. I don't think a game like this needs a lot of stories. It's nice that they put RARGs from Five Nights at Freddy's into it, but they don't have to. And that's all for today. Yeah. Last time we got heavily talked about the Okay, so that I would just say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, and as always, sleep well.